The National Hurricane Center expecting life-threatening storm surge when Hurricane Sally makes landfall. The storm is expected to dump as much as 2 feet of rain in some areas. Sally moving slowly over the Gulf of Mexico with landfall expected tomorrow morning.
And our team coverage of Hurricane Sally begins right now when we talk with meteorologists Thomas Keyboy and John Nodar about the track of this storm, and it has slowed down considerably.
Yeah, it really has. It's now moving at a snail's pace around 2 miles per hour, and we're really not going to see it move very quickly all the way up to landfall.
No, it's just going to drag on to land. It's going to, I mean, right now, It's not that far offshore.
It's not.
And it's going to stay right about there throughout the day today, so the rain is going to increase, and it's just going to linger.
It is going to linger, so the effects are going to be prolonged. So don't focus necessarily too much on the intensity, because when you're talking about slow-moving tropical systems, even if it's a tropical storm, a Category 1, those impacts are going to be kind of prolonged, and they could be more severe than what they normally would be.
Right, and as we have said all along, rain is going to be one of the huge issues with this storm. Water in general, storm surge combined with rain and river flooding and creek flooding, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a real problem.
Yep, and we're watching some of the stronger rain bands now working their way onshore. Within a stronger band stretching all the way from Gulf Shores just south of Pensacola, we could see tropical storm force wind gusts, and we are also monitoring the potential for water spouts. This is the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. This just came in maybe a minute or so ago. It is trending weaker, which is positive.
I was going to say, there is something to be said here. We had a little dry air kind of intrude into this system. These brighter colors here, the whites and blues coming in, tend to weaken a tropical system. So it has weakened a little bit.
Yep, so again, don't focus too much on the intensity, only because this is going to be such a slow mover. But because of the lower intensity, the National Hurricane Center has updated their forecast. They're no longer thinking it's going to make landfall as a Category 2, more so as a Category 1 storm, most likely sometime in the overnight hours tonight into very early on Wednesday morning. And they're still kind of targeting the Mississippi-Alabama line, but a landfall still possible as far east as northwest Florida and still possible on the central Mississippi Gulf Coast.
You know, we always tell you that this cone means the center of the storm could be anywhere from here to here. And that's the center of the storm. And I would say I never mean it as much as I mean it with this storm. There are no steering currents for this storm right now.
Well, and that's why there's so much uncertainty. When you're talking about a storm that's moving 1-2 miles per hour, tropical systems, they never usually move in a straight line anyway. There's typically some wobbles, and when it moves farther north and gets much closer to the coastline, we could see wobbles, and a subtle shift to the east or west could make some pretty big differences.
Right. So anywhere from Pearl River County in Mississippi all the way over to Okaloosa County in Florida, it's not out of the question just because this thing is drifting.
Yeah, it might be hard to see on your screen, but 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, possibly in Mobile, Baldwin counties. And then Thursday morning, 1 o'clock, it still could be in our northeast community. So that just goes to show how slow the National Hurricane Center is expecting this to move. And we still have hurricane warnings that stretch from George County, Jackson County, Mississippi, over to Santa Rosa County.
Right, and late yesterday, they were extended into our Florida communities in Escambia and Santa Rosa counties. So much of our neighborhood under hurricane warnings today.
Yep, and on top of that, we still have storm surge warnings that extend from Jackson County, Mobile County, Baldwin County, over to coastal northwest Florida. In some spots, we could be talking about surge values that are greater than 6 feet.
Right, and again, the persistence of this storm is going to play into the storm surge as well. If it were a fast mover, you get less storm surge. Slow mover, it has time to build up that pile of water.
Yep, and closer to the center, we still could be talking about rainfall around 15 to 20 inches. So we could be talking about significant and possibly historic flash flooding. So all of this is what we're watching. But as we move throughout this morning, we're going to make sure that we keep you posted. But coming up in a few minutes, we'll take you more on a tour across the entire News 5 area and kind of break down those local impacts.